Yabba dabba doo! Good day, welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review! Today you have the Rhino. We're looking at a beer from Nokomis, Saskatchewan. And if it's from Nokomis, Saskatchewan, which brewery is it from? Probably Nokomis Craft Ales. And that's who it is. It's Nokomis Craft Ales. This is their Evening Star. Now, as any donation on the channel goes towards buying beer for the channel, so that I don't go into the little bit of money I do make, this was purchased by a donation from Matt. So thank you very much, Matt. The 4-pack was $20 at Urban Cellars. So you're probably wondering, why was a 355 milliliter 4-pack $20? Well, this is a barrel-aged sour with Saskatoon berries at 5.5% alcohol by volume. So let's reach back here. Let's grab our glass. Let's put our glass here. Let's pop her open. Let's pop her open. Let's put her in the glass. Ooh. That's an interesting color. Who is texting my wife? Because that wasn't my phone that dinged. Look at that. I would almost say that's an orangish color, right? Like here's my yabba dabba doo color, and it matches up to that pretty well. Head is slightly off white. There is a snap crackle pop that I can hear from here, and if I shut up, you could probably hear it yourself, but we both know that I don't know how to shut up. That was me shutting up. But my fridge behind me doesn't shut up, so it doesn't really matter. The head has some staying power. It is clinging to the top of the glass, even though it is fading. As you can see here, it is fading down, but it is clinging at the same time. Scent out of the glass first. Oh my lord. That smells like a cherry lambic. Oh my god, that smells good. Vanilla, coconut. It smells like cherries. I mean, I've never had a Saskatoon berry in my life. I've had Saskatoon berry flavored things. I've never had a Saskatoon berry. I don't know what a Saskatoon berry is supposed to taste like. I would assume, and I know assumptions are horrible, but I would assume something in between like raspberry, pine berry, cherry type of thing, right? Like, but the barrel pops off of this. There is vanilla, there is coconut, there is... Oh, that smells great. What do we have back here? Ingredients: water, barley, Saskatoon berries, wheat, oats, hops, yeast, bacteria. Unfiltered and unpasteurized. Keep cold. Oh! Oh, out of the can, it's so fruity at the same time as having the vanilla and the coconut and a little bit of roastiness, which would come from, it would come more from the wood in the barrel. Because, I mean, not all barrels. I don't know if this is virgin wood or if this has been reused. I don't know if this was a barrel that's been used in the past. But a lot of barrels are charred or recharred. And watch my video on DRM Recoup, which is here online. They were a recouperage in Saskatchewan, in St. Catharines, Ontario, and you even get to see them char up the barrels. And different things, different usages would have different chars, be it like depending on what spirit you were putting in the barrel, would depend on how the barrel was dealt with. And sometimes you had to char the barrel to burn off some of the stuff inside. Sometimes you would char the barrel for the flavor impacts, well, to impact the flavor and everything else. Like, but oh my God, all you smell out of the can is the barrel. It smells amazing. It reminds me of when I used to work with my buddy Lee doing custom woodwork. Like, that can smells like the shop we worked in. This has more of the vanilla, the coconut, and the fruit, and this has more of the wood. And my God, both of them smell good. Cheers, let's go. You know, I've had a few beers since landing in Saskatchewan. And I don't know if it was living in a dry area for 18 months, or if it was the fact that for the last 5 years, the beer reviews lived on, but kind of been on hiatus at the same time, in that I didn't have a lot of content to put out for 5 years. Except for like the vlogs and stuff and the other tasting. I didn't have a lot of beers to do. Even when I would order beers, I would normally order like 24 beers in a month to do a review on. And then everything else didn't happen. So, and that's if I ordered every month, because some months I just didn't have it. So I didn't order anything. And there would be long hiatuses on the channel. So I don't know if it's the fact that for 5 years, the channel's survived but not had a lot of content, or if it's that I found some really good beers that I never thought I would find. And even conversing with people I know in Ontario, there's not a lot of people in Ontario that I am friends with. And I'm friends with a lot of brewers. I'm friends with a lot of brewery owners. I'm friends with a lot of authors, with a lot of beer judges. I'm friends with a lot of that because of what I did. And there's not a lot of them that know a lot of people in Saskatchewan. So I don't know if it's just Saskatchewan actually has really good craft beer, or if I'm just this out of it. But this is an amazing fucking beer. My Lord. Lord have mercy. Again, same as the scent, vanilla, coconut. There is the telltale oak flavor of the tongue depressor on the back of the tongue that dries out the back of the palate. I'm Irish, not Italian. I know I talk with my hands, but I'm Irish, okay? Leave me alone. There's no Italian in me. I just say, ooh, I like to talk with my hands. No, yabba dabba doo. That's a very good beer. That is a very good beer. Now, again, I've never had Saskatoon berries. I've had soursop, which is apparently a big berry in this area. But, and I've had a lot of Saskatoon berry flavored things, like Saskatoon berry Beaver Buzz energy drinks. This does not taste like that. It's almost like... And I said I was guessing like raspberry, cherry, pineberry, and pineberries would be like the white strawberries. But this is more like a skyberry, and a skyberry would be arpic, as it's called in the north, and it is like the white raspberries, and it kind of reminds me of skyberries, to be honest. It really does. Light to medium bodied, in that it glides across your tongue, and there is a little bit of residual, but not much. However, the carbonation is harsh. It is little pins and needles going, die, motherfucker, die. But I still love this beer. I do. The vanilla is real. The coconut is real. The tongue depressor oak flavor is real. The beautiful berry notes are real. It is sweet. It is dry. It is somewhat tannic, all in one. And it's only 5.5% alcohol. A lot of people talk about beers shining at higher ABVs. And I mean, Greg loves his high ABV beers. A lot of my friends love high ABV beers. I am really looking for in the like 2% to 5.5% range. That's my go-to range right now, because I don't drink to get drunk. I drink to do the review. And when I'm talking with my buddies and all that, it's just to drink. So the lower the ABV, the better, because I can enjoy my time longer. That being said, splendid beer. It really is. I can't take anything away from this beer. This is a solid brew. I can't complain about this beer. I wish I could. All I can say is it's a little harsh to pay like $5.50 per one of these cans, but at the same time, it's a really good beer. So it's one of those things where, yeah, it's I think it's worth the price, but I don't think it's worth the price at the same time. And I mean, looking at the standard in Saskatchewan, okay, so here's the thing, okay? So if we're looking at the standard in Ontario, and I just sent a bunch of beers to Brian that I'm like, hey, Brian, would you be willing to pick up these beers? I haven't heard anything from him, whether or not he is or not. But those were full-size cans, and some of them were very specialized beers like this, and none of them were over $4 a can. So if I'm in Ontario, this is not priced well. Here in Saskatchewan, where a can of Kolsch can be $5 a can for the full-size cans, I can see paying $5.25 for this can of this, because this is so much better than the $5 can of Kolsch. It is. It really is. Like, if I'm going for flavor, going for enjoyment, this is so much more flavorful and so much more enjoyable than a $5 can of Kolsch. Or a $5 can of cream ale that actually tastes like a Saison. This has that beat as well. But if I'm looking at what I used to pay in Ontario and Quebec, yeah, this does not stand up. However, if I'm looking at what I pay here, this is right on par of where it probably should be. So, I mean, it's learning your environment and your markets as well. Like, it's one of those things that will correct itself in time. But this is what, my first month and a half in Saskatchewan? No, we landed February 9th. We're almost 2 months into my life in Saskatchewan. This is an interesting beer. A really good beer. Oh, God. That's a 9.75 out of 10. Yeah. Bye, guys.